What is up, everybody? How is it going? Austin Prechtelevate Performance, coming at you live. Happy Wednesday. It's Winning Wednesday, everybody. So, as you are tuning in, make sure to share a win in the chat. Make sure to share a win, share it with people. Keeping it positive today, because that's what Winning Wednesday is all about. Today, we're going to make this a quick live, but it's going to be about why visualization, why visualizing your success is so damn important. It's not even funny. So, as you were tuning in, like I said, let me know how your day is going. Share a win because it is Winning Wednesday. I want to hear from you guys. Tag somebody if you feel like they get some value from this. But that's what we're going to talk about today. Why visualizing is so important to your fitness journey, to your weight loss journey, to body recomp. If you're trying to go for a show or something crazy like that, like that is what visualization is all about and why it's so important. So that's what we're going to talk about today because you've all heard it before. You've all heard it before. You got to see it to believe it, right? You got to see it to believe it. My dog's got a very itchy neck, apparently. She's scratching herself. She's got a collar on. But yeah, guys, so seeing to believe it. Man, she's going. Anyways, and we're going. But yeah, so visualization, though, guys. Like, you need to be able to see it to believe it, right? We've all heard that before. Same thing applies to your fitness goals, to your fitness journey, to your weight loss journey. You're going to have a really freaking hard time to actually be able to reach your goals if you can't see it actually becoming like true, it becoming a reality. And before we get too far into this, if you're watching this at a later time, remember hashtag replay. That way I know you saw it. But you got to see it to believe it, right? Same thing goes for your goals. And so many people, the issue with so many people is being caught up in your own head so much from the day to day. We've all been there. We have a long day at work. We've got our kid, things like that. You're barely able to even think about your fitness goals or what you're wanting to achieve. Or you can barely think about what you're even having for dinner later that day, or you've got so many other things going on that you don't really have a whole lot of mental bandwidth to spare. And so something because your head's so preoccupied with and muddied with all the bullshit kind of going on in your day to day, and so you haven't really had a thought or a chance to think about the person that you're working towards, that you want to become, right? This new identity that you're trying to grow into or become or plan to become, and your mind's so preoccupied with all this shit that you don't have time to do that. And so why is visualization so important? Visualization gives you guys, it helps give you some tangible, almost the belief that you can actually reach it, right? It helps give you that belief that you can actually reach it, because if you don't believe in that you can accomplish something, right? If you can't see something being a reality, having that belief, you're probably not going to have a good chance of achieving it. What's up, Kira? How's it going? How's it going? I see you. I see you. Yeah. And so, what do you need to do to actually reach your goals, right? What do you need to do? You need to actually picture it. You have to actually think about it. You have to actually craft and think about this person, this identity, that who you want to become. Because if you're on a journey right now, well, you're probably not you might like who you are, but you might want to level up or become. Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't have very much confidence right now, or maybe you're you feel really lazy all the time, or you're low energy, or whatever it may be. You don't like that part of who you are right now, and you want to change it, right? But you're stuck in your old identity, and so in order to become the person that this new version of yourself, this new identity, you have to believe that you can actually do it in the first place. And so visualization is super important, an integral part of that process to actually becoming who you want to become, and actually reaching your fat loss goals, or actually building that muscle, or being better about your nutrition or your workouts. And so part of this process, how are you ever gonna get there if you can't actually see yourself? You're gonna have a much better chance of getting there if you can actually see yourself being able to play with your kids more, right? Going running with them, going chasing them, not being out of breath, picturing that in your mind, that is that's going to be a key factor in actually reaching your goals. And so being able to picture yourself being stronger, being able to picture yourself eating healthier, things like that. Um, that are going to be stepping stones to actually getting to your goals. Like you need to actually like visualize doing that in the first place. Every time I get on a phone call with somebody, anytime, every time I get on a phone call with somebody, when we're talking about maybe working together, I have them go through some sort of like visualization exercise because I need to make sure that they are thinking about like who they want to become, right? If they're gonna like if they've actually thought about those things before. Bonus points if you had, right? That's bonus points if you have thought about it before, and pictured it like picturing yourself like wearing like smaller clothes or the cute clothes that you can't the cute clothes that you're not able to wear right now because you're too big for them. Things like that that really getting down even to the nitty gritty details are like super important. And I'm talking about this today because like I am being challenged to do that for myself in this new mentorship that this program that I'm joining. We have to sit and think about and plan out our vision for what we want to where we see ourselves in the next like 6 months to a year, right? And there's a reason why they're having us do that. It's because you got to get really freaking clear on your vision and what you want for yourself because that's gonna like it's gonna give you a roadmap. It's gonna give you clarity. And what happens is whenever you create a vision, you create that clarity, right? You create that clarity, and with clarity comes the confidence that you can actually get there, right? It doesn't make it and it makes it easier in a sense because then you're not constantly like your brain isn't constantly flooded with all this bullshit trying to like figure out where you are right now and where you want to be. Like you're not constantly going back and forth like you have it there. It's like it's like having a plan, having like a vision and like writing it out, right? Writing it out, talking about it, like that almost makes it like a physical thing. It almost is like a physical manifestation of your goals, and it's not just up in your head like swirling around like coming in and coming out, coming in and coming out. Like it's actually like a tangible thing at that point. And so if you want to reach your goals, make it easier on yourself and create a vision, right? Make it easy on yourself and think about these things. Like think about how good it's going to feel whenever you reach your goals. Think about how good it's going to feel to have that endurance, to be athletic or to be stronger, to fit into like clothes or maybe like to be like that you've always wanted to wear, be able to wear. Like these things are super important. I see a comment here. Kira says this is true for all areas of our lives. If people want a new job or buy a home or move to a new state or take up a new hobby, you can't do any of those things without having a vision of the hope for the outcome. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like this applies to everything. Like there are so many parallels with fitness and nutrition or like a weight loss journey and success in other areas of our lives. Like there, if you can apply the discipline, if you can apply creating a vision, the clarity, the consistency. If you could apply that in one area of your life, right? Like right now, if you're like killing it in your current job, or you're killing it in like a hobby of yours, or like playing guitar or something like that. If you're doing a really good job at those things, right? Just take what you're doing there and transfer it and apply it to your fitness journey, to your weight loss journey. Like at one point, most people don't just like pick up a guitar and start like I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna be really good. And blah 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 blah. Most people don't do that shit, right? They don't. Like they let the thought of being a musician or being a good guitar player like kind of like fester in their mind a little bit. They think about it like, oh, that'd be really cool. Like I could see myself doing that. I could see myself, you know, playing songs and getting all the ladies or getting all the guys or whatever it may be, like being good and being a rock star, being up on stage. I could see myself doing that. And you think about it and you create that vision and you're creating that clarity, right? If you've ever like wanted to learn an instrument or you saw somebody else do it and that created that spark, that visualization that you wanted to do it too, right? You've thought about those things before. Maybe it was painting, right? Or maybe and maybe it was at one point like a fitness journey. Like you need to get that back. You need to think about it more like that. You need to think and create that vision and that clarity for your journey because in doing so, you're almost like laying out a blueprint for yourself to follow. Like I'm right here and I want to get to there. I'm right here and I want to be able to play with my kids one day and like be able to run around and not be out of breath. I'm right here, but I want to be able to, you know, bench press my body weight or deadlift my body weight or squat my body weight or, have a, a popping butt, like, right? Like, having a popping booty, like, having just abs. You know, people visualize these things and they get an idea of what they want for themselves. You know, I want to walk into the gym and feel confident in what I'm doing. Like, you know, people, you know, if weight loss or building muscle or, you know, whatever your fitness journey goals are, you've all thought about it at one point or another, but you need to turn those fleeting thoughts, right? Those fleeting thoughts, those daydreams, you need to turn them into like a reality by putting them on paper, by creating like some sort of like, I've got a vision board right here, like creating a vision board for what you want to achieve and having it somewhere that it reminds you every fucking day why you're doing this stuff in the first place, right? It needs to be like in your face, reminding you every day. You know, maybe you know, on sticky notes or have a poster of it or whatever it may be, but you need a vision. You need to write it out and you need to make sure that you're crafting it and thinking about it and updating it as you go along through your day to day, through your week to week as you progress. But it all starts somewhere, right? Like you can literally like creating a vision is literally writing out a story for yourself. This awesome badass story for yourself that you're gonna accomplish one day. Like you like, and I talk about this too. Like you're the author of your own story. Like write a fucking good book, right? Why write a crappy book that and live that crappy book out that's boring or not fun or like just plain and like unfulfilling, right? Like why do that to yourself? Like right, create a good fucking vision. Create a vision that you could see yourself becoming. You know, like being the fun mom, right? Being the strong mom, being looking like a fucking superhero. Like if that's what you want, like go for it. Like, but write that shit out and keep that shit close to you and get really clear on it because that's going to be one of the key components, like I said, to giving you that belief, to giving you that clarity, and to build that confidence that you can actually do it. You know, keep your eye on the prize, right? Cool. Other than that, that's all I got for you guys. Does that make sense? Let me know what your vision is and what you want for yourself. Feel free to share a win too, because it's Winning Wednesday. But you know, get really clear on that vision of yours. Get really clear on you know why you're doing this, what you want to achieve. Like you know, being able to play with your kids, fitting into those clothes, like not feeling self-conscious anymore. Like when you look in the mirror, like shit like that. Like you know, that shit's important. And there's a reason why we think about those things a lot of times, but actually getting clear on your vision. Like I'm working on mine right now for my business, for my health, my wealth, my relationships, right? I'm working on mine for those things. I'm getting clear as shit. I'm planning out rooms in my house that I'm gonna have. Like that's the kind of shit. That's the kind of like level of detail that I am crafting for myself. I'm figuring out like you know how many clients that I want to work with and how many people I want to help and like you know I'm planning all this shit out and I'm telling myself and creating the story that I know I'm going to get to one day. But that's not ever going to happen unless I actually sit down and think about what I want to do. So homework for anybody who is watching this right now, take like take like 10-15 minutes, like instead of like take a half hour, like instead of like watching Netflix at night when you're tired at the end of the night, like to go to bed to, like sit in your bed, have a journal, have something, write it out, write what you want for yourself, like picture yourself, like what clothes are you gonna wear, like how are you gonna feel when you go to social events or to the beach or to go swimming if that's something that's an issue for you, like you know how it's gonna feel to be like the fun mom or like to be able to chase and play with your kids and for them to be trying to keep up with you instead of the other way around, right? Like picture that shit, write it out. That's your homework for today if you're watching this right now. You know, get really clear on your vision. And I know like not everybody's going to do that because you know some people are lazy or they don't care enough, and that's okay. But I'm telling you, to the one or two of you that end up actually doing this shit for yourself, it's going to make a world of difference. Because every time I sit down and work on my vision for myself, I have a renewed sense of just like purpose and excitement and just like oh like it just like lights a fire in me a little bit to do it and so to and it's almost like a recommitment to your goals. So yeah, make it happen. Do it if you're watching this right now. You're not gonna regret it, and at the end of the day, it can't hurt, right? So cool. Other than that, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. That's all I really have for you guys today. Share this video, tag somebody in it if you feel like they get benefit from it. Give it a like. Every bit helps to get this video out to the rest of the people with the weird ass Facebook algorithm. So, other than that, though, I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I will talk to you all later. Hell yeah, Kira, write that shit out and make it happen. I'll talk to you guys later.